It is looking very springtimey where we're at right now. It's so beautiful. The flowers are popping, green grass. Hiking into spring bear camp right now. We're over halfway. Still got a little bit of elevation to do. But it's just me on this one. Brian and Eric, they had to do adult things back in the city. So still stoked though. Always a pleasure coming in here, and every time I come in here, I am reminded that memories just don't do this place justice. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this place is so beautiful. So very, very excited, and just feel super grateful to be hiking into this camp again.
Some rise, some fall, some devil runs through us all. Some stable, some rich, just chemicals in my brain. One mission, one dream, one vision I've always seen. I'm savage, I'm stuck, till I have it, it's never enough.
I think I see him. I see some black on the other side of the pine tree.
I'm a man possessed, I'm a man obsessed, and I cannot stop, gonna keep on going till there's nothing left. I'm a man possessed, I'm a man obsessed, feel it in my bones, running through my blood, get it on my chest.
Backpack is big and heavy. So now we gotta hike back to the truck. I can't wait to see you guys. Call you later today. Love you. Got everything set up for the most part, but we need to drop and get water right now. Drop and get some water, and then get back up here and probably just have enough time to eat dinner and stuff. Maybe we can glass a little bit, but we're flirting with the sun going down right now, so only got about 20 minutes. Now we can make a living up here. This thing says 5.3 ounces. I'm not doing that. That's not enough. It's just not enough for me. It says 5.3. I'm gonna go, let's see here. I'm gonna go like more 8-ish or so. 9? Chicken pesto pasta tonight. Very, very good. I am so excited. I think I had a breakfast burrito before I got to the trailhead, which was like 7-8 hours ago. And since then I've had a little like apple thing that I had with me and a Lara bar. That's it. That's all I've eaten all day. So I am more than ready to just absolutely demolish this thing. I'll probably eat the rest of my food in my bag too. You know, I did like an annual deer camp with my dad every year, and that was awesome. Look forward to that every single year. But bear hunting for me sounded like the most gnarly thing that I could do. And so I just kind of dove in head first. I didn't know anything about it. And along with that, I realized the more and more that I did it back home in Arizona, it really came down to opportunity. It had the most opportunity for hunting. Bear hunting for me has like
there's no other animal that I have ever spent more time in the field for than black bears. And it's because of opportunity. And every time is always just an adventure.
So I've been sitting on this bear for about an hour or so. And he hasn't come out. I think he knows that weather's coming because there's a big sheet of rain that's supposed to come for most of this day. So the wind is starting to flip, starting to go downhill. So we're gonna back out. We're gonna get back over to camp, let this rain pass, and maybe we get some time this evening to hunt. If not, the next couple days the weather looks great, so we should be able to see him or another bear in the coming days.
Another part of the adventure side of things with bear hunting is the country that they live in is some of the most rugged country that I've personally ever stepped foot in. Like I've never hunted mountain goats before, and I hear people say, you know, the country that mountain goats live in is absolutely insane. And I have no doubt. I've never hunted mountain goats before, but I have hunted black bears where mountain goats live. So, like we literally just saw a mountain goat about 2 hours ago while we were going after this bear. So, they're living in the same country, and it is some of the most gnarly, unapologetic country there is. It doesn't care about you, and you need to be cognizant of where you're stepping in places like this, because it is like these places can be dangerous for sure. I think that's just all part of the experience that bear hunting offers.
Check this out, Juniper. There's a bunch of fog right now. See all that? Looks crazy. We're like in a cloud right now. Each year that passes by gets a little bit harder for me to leave on these adventure hunts. With my daughter getting older, she is starting to feel it more. She realizes when I'm gone. And sometimes she has a hard time with it, which makes me have a hard time with it. Because of that, we both will do things for one another to help out while I'm gone. She'll do something like make me a bracelet to wear on my hunt. Or I'll always remember to take something home with me from the field to give her. Maybe it's a rock shaped like a heart. Or it's a shed. Just something. On this hunt, I decided that I would record videos for her on my phone. A video diary, if you would, so I could share the experience past the point of just a story. It would also make me feel a little bit closer to her while I was away. Been in the tent for a little bit, took a nap. We were kind of socked in on and off. Looks like we might get one more wave of rain here. And then according to the weather, it should get out of here after that. But got some dinner cooking and just hanging out, man. Yeah, it's super windy now. Just spotted bear number 2 and 3 of the trip. Picked up a sound cub quite a ways out. Obviously can't go after those, but it's always fun to see bears. I think more stuff's gonna start walking around here with the weather. It's gonna be nice the next 3 days, so it's gonna be good. Okay. Just found our bear from this morning. We don't have time this evening to go after this bear. I still want to look at him a bit because we're not entirely sure about just how big the bear is or anything like that. We know that, pretty confident there's no cubs, but regardless, we'll see that bear tomorrow. We got this sound cub up here. We've seen 3 bears today, so for a rainy day, most of the day was raining. Pretty excited, man. The next 3 days are going to be good weather. And that's pretty much what we have to hunt. This is more of a short hunt. We only have about a 5-day hunt here, so I feel confident we'll get an opportunity. Mama bear and her cub, sweetie. Pretty cool. Let's go. Just found our bear from yesterday. It's on the same hill that he was on. Just feeding, looks like. We're gonna cut the distance here. Get over to where we were yesterday, try to beat feet, and see if he's in range or not. I think I see him. I see some black on the other side of the pine tree, but I don't have like a clear visual yet. Located the bear. He's beneath us. But I don't have any clear shooting lanes. You keep getting like small glimpses of him through the trees. So we need to hope that he comes out or she comes out into an open lane where I could get a good range and get a shot off. We're just waiting. We know the bear's there though. We saw it.
My first archery bear back home in Arizona, I glassed up this black dot on this ridge, on top of this ridge, and after getting a closer look, I realized it was a boar mounting a sow. We used to be able to hunt during the rut in Arizona. So I had my bow with me. My brother was with me, and after about 5 minutes, this boar was just like not letting this sow go, and I was like, I think I'm gonna make a run for this thing, you know. And I went and dashed down after this bear, and in no time I was on the ridge, the same ridge as he was on, coming down on top of him. And as I'm creeping along, I start hearing a noise, and it's kind of, I mean, it kind of sounds funny, but it's like I just kept hearing up ahead of me, and then I saw some brush moving, and I looked through my rangefinder up there, and sure enough, I saw some black behind a fallen tree, and it was the bears were right there, and I was at 25 yards of them. I had no shot. The boar's doing his thing. Sal's trying to get away. I'd watched the boar grab her by the head and push her back down. And after about 10 minutes or so, something like that, he lets the sow go, and the boar walks away, sits up against a tree with his tongue hanging out like a dog. It's pretty funny. Looked exhausted. But then he noticed me. I stepped on a stick, and he noticed me, and he started coming towards me. He gets up on the fallen tree that he was behind, and he's kind of trying to suss me out. He's looking at me, you know. This is at 25 yards. I still don't have a shot. Okay. Oh, I should say, so I did come to full draw 1 or 2 times before this, but he kept, the angle just wasn't right, so I kept letting down. So he's looking at me, you know, his head's down. I can't shoot him in the chest because his head is down. And then finally, I knew the sow was over to the right, so I knew he wasn't going to let that sow go. So finally, he gets up on the log and starts walking towards the sow, and he's pretty much broadside, and I shoot him, and he does like this monkey flip off of the tree log, and just runs down the hill.
Oh, I didn't get it on camera, but my brother just killed one of those bears.
And it was like, I just couldn't believe what just happened. What an exciting evening. Unbelievable. My first archery bear. I cannot believe it. Never been in this unit before. Over the counter tag. You can do that too. Being that close to, you know, this like apex predator mating, my blood was pumping, man. And I love hunting deer and stuff, but I just like, it's just not the same. It's not the same as bear hunting to me. Every single year I just find myself coming back for more, whether it's spot and stalk hunting like we're doing now, or predator calling, or even just sitting water back home in Arizona waiting for a bear to walk in. There is absolutely nothing that touches bear hunting to me.
Good news and bad news. I'll give you the bad news first. The bad news is the bear we were watching skedaddled out of the area. The good news, though, is that how that happened, the bear all of a sudden, he's at like 740 yards right now. Not right now, he was. He stopped what he was doing, he stood up on his hind legs. He looked over to his left, which would be over here, and then just ran. Stopped, looked back to his left, and then ran out of this feeding area. The reason why I think that is good news, one, we checked the wind. The wind is going, the thermals are going up. There's no way that the bear could have winded us. The only logical explanation, I feel like, that bear would run out of that feeding area is that there is a bigger bear somewhere close by, and that smaller bear smelled that bigger bear. So we're hanging out here a bit, scoping it out. Bummer that bear ran away. I think he was a little small anyways, but that's the only reason I can think of that a bear would just randomly run out of an area, is because they fight over food, and he wanted to get away from that more mature bear. So that's what's going on.
Hiked out of there, that bear. We sat on that spot for another about hour before backing out. The wind was going to start moving downhill and stuff, so I still haven't seen anything down there. That bear ran out of there, but I mean, like I was saying, like the only logical thing I can think of is that bear smelled a bigger bear down the way, because the wind was pushing right up to the bear from down the river here. And yeah, so I mean, that's the hopes. Fingers and toes are crossed. I haven't seen anything yet, but we're just gonna keep glass in this area, and hopefully another bear turns up. You know, just keep after it. Tomorrow's the last full day, so give it heck until the end.
Found what that bear was running from.
Looks like a big old bear. super jacked for today. Today's our last full day. Got to make it happen. Bear hunting just hit on a totally different level in terms of experience. So, just been every single year is something I look forward to, you know. And I think that to turn a cold shoulder on these things is kind of foolish, because in my opinion they are one of the smartest animals in the mountains, and I really think it's just because of reps. Bears can get up to 30 years or more in age in the mountains. So like you compare that to something like a deer, and you know, like an old deer is like 7 years old, right? Smart animal. Well, look at like a 15-year-old bear. That's a real smart animal that has avoided a lot of hunting seasons, winters, fighting. Definitely a worthy big game animal to test your hunting skills against.
Hey, sweetheart. Daddy just shot a bear. Oh, I'm so happy. I'll show you what happened here. But Daddy was right there on that rock, and the bear was way out there. We saw him at first thing in the morning. Ran over here real fast, and had to wait for him to come out. He was in the brush, hidden. Had to wait for him to come out. Daddy shot one time. And he went uphill a little bit and just rolled down. I'm so happy. I love you, sweetheart. I can't wait to see you and your mama. I gotta go pack this bear out now. Water, brought it back to camp, fueled up, drank down some electrolytes. Time to go get this bear.
Bear country is not for the faint of heart. It's steep, thick, and incredibly jagged. After logging 800 feet in elevation just for water, we had to ascend 1,000 feet from camp, then descend 2,000 feet to get to the bear. All in all, it took us 2.5 hours from camp to lay hands on the boar we found the night before. Once done taking care of the bear, we had to repeat that in reverse. At the end of the day, we left camp at noon and didn't get back to camp until 8:30 p.m. Everything is earned out here, and it's one of the many reasons I love living this life so much. We are lucky to willingly suffer, to willingly challenge ourselves both physically and mentally. It is one of the purest forms of therapy that I've come to know.
So good to be back at camp. Sitting here looking at the tents, got dinner, sitting here and got chili happening tonight. Super pumped. Got water. Just life is good, man. Life is good. We got the bear over here, splayed out the hide to let that cool through the night. Meat's elevated, so be ready to rock in the morning. Just gonna get a good night's sleep, wake up and have coffee and pack up, get out of here. Time to go home. Taking last sips of coffee here this morning. Last morning in camp. Slept awesome. And just kind of, reflecting on the entire hunt. It was a prime example to me of why I love bear hunting so much. It was like, it had everything in it. It had, we had a gnarly hike into camp. We saw bears every day. We got a little bit of weather, rain, cold, hot, and then the ups and downs, all the peaks and valleys that come with bear hunting. We had that smaller bear set up on him, and then he runs out of there, and we're like, oh, I think there's a bigger bear around. And then what happened? There was a bigger bear around, and luckily for us, we were able to spot him the next morning and make a play on him and get a good shot on him, so yeah, had a little bit of everything in it. And I'm just so thankful to have experienced another gnarly backpack hunt for black bears. So finish up this coffee and get packed up, get headed back down the trail. Backpack is big and heavy. So now we gotta hike back to the truck. I can't wait to see you guys. Call you later today. Love you. Hunting is filled with peaks and valleys mentally. That goes for any species. With bears though, everything just seems a little more gnarly. The valleys are longer, and peaks are fewer, but higher than others. All that to say, I've always felt the most accomplished I've ever felt on bear hunts. They push me to my limits both physically and mentally. I want my daughter to know those feelings. I want her to know what it's like to work so hard for something and have it pay off. And that when things get hard, because they will, to have the heart to never quit. The only way I know how to teach her this is to show her. Maybe someday she'll even want to join her dad in the backcountry. Until then though, these are a few pieces of my heart.
We're hoping for lots of bears, heavy packs, and 0 ticks. Let's go.